Hello there, and welcome back to this Java development course. So, last time we went over abstraction, and you had some homework to do. Your job was to create an abstract animal class with two abstract methods, string getSpeciesName and double getWeight. Then, create two classes which would implement the abstract animal class, as well as those methods, accordingly. So, here is essentially what you should have done. So here I have public abstract class abstract animal, right? And then I have two methods, getSpeciesName and getWeight. All right, abstract methods, very simple. Then I have my gazelle class. My gazelle class extends abstract animal and overrides the two abstract methods inside abstract animal. So in this case, it overrides the getSpeciesName to return gazelle, since that is the class name. And it overrides the getWeight to return 59.2 because that is the gazelle weight. Now, I realize at this point it may not be the best example with the weight, since I know every single gazelle has a different weight, but for the sake of an example, let's just pretend that every single gazelle has the same exact weight. That weight is based on species and not, a lot of other factors. All right, and then I also have my zebra class as well, which also extends abstract animal. For getSpeciesName, it returns zebra, and for getWeight, it returns 45.6. So let's go, and I put all of this into a different package just so that things don't get, so unorganized. So right now in here, let's also go ahead and do new class. Let's call this the main class and have a main method in it as well. And this is really where we're going to start to get into polymorphism, which is what we're going to be going over today. Now, usually I would showcase how the homework works and then actually go into polymorphism, but today we're just going to go over polymorphism. So polymorphism is actually the ability of an object to take on two different types. So in this case, a very basic example would be abstract animal A is equal to new zebra. There we go. So you'll see how, since zebra is an abstract animal, in result we can do abstract animal A equals new zebra and not do abstract zebra A equals new zebra. So we can do it like this as well. So if we do A dot getSpeciesName, what do you think we'll get? Let's go ahead and actually try this out. So we'll do system.out.println A dot getSpeciesName. All right, and now if we run this, there we go, we get zebra. So this is essentially the very basics of polymorphism. We're going to go a little bit deeper into it right now, but this is the very basics. So we can now have abstract animal A is equal to new zebra. This is actually pretty useful. So actually, if I have in a graphics library called, I think, AWT. So it's a graphic library for creating graphical user interfaces in Java. There's this thing called a window listener. And a window listener is essentially just a class that listens for when you press this red button inside a window, right? And so it listens to it, and then you can actually give it your own window listener. So, and window listener is actually a sort of like an abstract class. So you can extend that abstract class with the abstract method, do on click for the red button, close button, and then you could do, for example, close the window, put in code to close the window. And then you can pass that into the main sort of frame, and then in that window listener, it will take your class. So you could do set window listener, and then the class that extends window listener, the abstract class. And it utilizes polymorphism. So that's just one example of where exactly we could use polymorphism. That said, it doesn't necessarily need to be just a parent, a class, and then a class. Abstract animal is a class, and then zebra is a class that extends the class. It could also be a class that extends a class that extends a class. So what do I mean by this? So I mean, you could have, for example, a new class, let's say vegetarian. All right, and this vegetarian class will extend zebra. All right, and there we go. And so now, and this is going to be a zebra vegetarian. Let's actually rename it to zebra vegetarian. vegetarian zebra. I don't think there are. I don't think there are non-vegetarian zebras, but I mean, for demonstration purposes, as always. All right, there we go. So what I just did there, I just renamed the file to vegetarian zebra. All right, so now I have a class vegetarian zebra extends zebra. Now, inside here, what I could actually do is now do abstract animal A equals new vegetarian zebra. All right, and there we go. And so now if we print this, we get the same exact sort of result. And we can also do zebra. A equals new vegetarian zebra. Save it. And there we go. Now, let's go and actually do inside vegetarian zebra, we're going to do public string get species name. Okay? And we're going to return vegetarian zebra. All right, there we go. Then we're going to add an override annotation. There we go. All right, and now if we run this, the main class, in result we get vegetarian zebra. Okay? And so that is essentially polymorphism. So it's the ability of an object to take on many types. All right, so that is essentially it for our Java development course. So this has been really sort of the basics of Java, and this is really what we would call core Java. So there's a lot more that we can go over after this. So using this knowledge, you could actually start to learn a lot of very fun stuff. Like, for example, you can start learning about file systems. You can start learning about graphical user interface programming. You can start learning about accessing databases in Java. Java is actually a very powerful language, which is why it's so popular. It's mainly used for actually building back-end servers. So when you go to a website, you actually just get back, the design of the website. But after you go to that link, a million different things happen. A million different things happen in the server. And oftentimes, that's actually going to be written in Java, since Java is actually very popular for that, and that's mainly what it is used for. So yeah, that is essentially how we do things in Java. So for homework, you can go ahead and actually try to just get polymorphism work on your machine, understand what exactly it means. It is a little bit difficult to understand, so understand what it means, and that way you can move on to more advanced Java lessons. That said, with this course, you now have a very good understanding of core Java, or should have a very good understanding of core Java. So you can now, personally, what I would do if I were in your situation, I would go on and learn about interfaces. So interfaces are essentially kind of like abstract classes, but as I said in the previous lesson, they're a little bit different. So go and learn about them. They're actually very good to know. You can also learn about graphical user interface programming right now. That's also a very good thing to learn, right after you learn core Java. And if you did that, you can learn about file systems and maybe even move on to the very basics of server programming, like servlets in Java. So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do now. You can use your newfound knowledge to create quite a bit of things. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this development course. I hope you learned a lot, and I wish you luck in all your future Java prospects.